Hello students, I welcome to all of you to this session of fluid machinery. Dear students, myself Dhiraj Mondal, Assistant Professor, JS College of Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about the specific speed of turbine. So last class we discussed about the draft tube, where we have seen that what is the theory of draft tube and related numerical was discussed. And under this hydraulic turbine part, this is the 29 number lecture, specific speed. So what is specific speed? Specific speed, basically it is defined as the speed of the turbine which is identical in shape, geometrical dimension, blade angle and gate opening. Okay, so basically it is basically defined as the speed of the turbine which is identical in shape, geometrical dimension and gate opening and blade angle with the actual turbine. Okay, that means it is basically used for design purpose. If you want to manufacture a turbine, let us consider you want to get 1000 kilowatt of power for the turbine. So first of all, make a model, and after that with that make a model with that with the help of this model you can manufacture the large scale turbine. So basically the specific speed, if you determine the specific speed of that model, if it is same, then it will be identical in nature. That means a unit power, your unit work that are and power and efficiency, all these unit head, okay, that will be same. For that means first of all you just develop a small turbine, and based on the, if you just calculate the specific speed, if specific speed is, let us consider 500, okay, then you just in a large scale you just may manufacture that turbine, you will get same specific speed and the same efficiency will be delivered by the turbine. Okay, so it is basically used for design purpose. Clear? Now basically the specific speed, how we can calculate. So you know that overall efficiency is equal to what? Shaft power by water power. Shaft power by water power. Now shaft power, if I am considering P, and water power we can write rho G Q H by 1000, isn't it? And you know the variable, what are the variable that you have to determine. You know that if I am calculating the power, so power is equal to, we can write overall efficiency into rho G Q H by 1000. Okay. Now where rho is what? Density of the water, G is the gravitational constant, Q is the discharge, H is the head, and W eta naught is equal to overall efficiency. Clear? Now we know that rho G, okay, efficiency, these are the constant term. So power is basically proportional to Q into H, because if you are changing the discharge, if you are changing the head, you will get the, and that means the power will be varying. Okay, so the variable is your discharge and head only, and rest of the parameter, it is, these are constant. So that is why I can write rho P power proportional to Q into H. Is it clear? Now I have to replace this Q with respect to some different tools. Okay, so let us see. You know that V is U is equal to you know that root over 2gh, sorry, the V is equal to root over 2gh. So V is equal to root over 2gh means V proportional to root over h. Can I write this? And as you know, the blade velocity, if you are increasing the velocity of the nozzle, the blade velocity also proportional. So that is why U is proportional to V. Can I write this? So if U is proportional to V and V is proportional to root over h, then we can easily write U is proportional to root over h, because root over h is proportional to V. V is the absolute velocity of the jet and U is the velocity of the wheel. Clear? Now u is equal to already again we know pi dn by 60. Now pi dn by 60 means u is proportional to dn. U is proportional to dn because pi and your 60 it is constant. So we can write u is proportional to dn or u is proportional to root over h. So from these two equation what I can write, root over h is proportional to root over dn. So d proportional to root over h by n. This is the equation number 5. Okay, so in the equation you can see d is proportional to root over, because it is needed when you are putting this value, when q is equal to area into velocity and area is equal to pi by 4 d square, you know. So we will be putting this value here. Okay, so up to this it is clear. D is proportional to root over h by n and p is proportional to root over p is proportional to q into h. Now come to the next point. If q is equal to area into velocity and area is what? Area is equal to pi by 4 d square, we know, or area is proportional to your b into d, because if you are considering a reaction turbine, then your area is what? Pi d1 b1 into vf1. Can I write this? So basically this area is pi d1 b1. So q is proportional to d into b. Can I write this? So that is written here, and as we know that d is proportional to b, so that is why area is proportional to d square. So up to this it is clear. Again I am telling you, area is equal to pi into d into b into vf. So this is your area. Now sorry, this is your discharge. Now area is equal to this is your area, and area is equal to d into b. That means area is proportional to d into b. B is what? Breadth of the breadth, and d is the your depth or diameter, you can say. That means again I'm writing. So for in case of reaction turbine, let us consider this is your d. Now how we can calculate the area? Area is equal to 2 pi r into breadth. So 2 pi r means it can be written as pi into d, because pi r is equal to d. So this is the circumference into breadth. So that is why this pi into d into b. Okay, we can write. So area is equal to area proportional to b into d, and as b proportional to d, so we can write area proportional to d square, and velocity is proportional to root over a is already you have seen. So q is proportional to what? Area into velocity, and area is proportional to d square, and velocity proportional to root over h. Now put the value of d. We know that in this last slide we have seen the value of d is your root over h by n. So put the value of d, that is your root over h by n the whole square into root over h. So ultimately the equation is coming root h to the power 3 by 2 by n square. So I think it is clear. Now come to the next point. The p is proportional to what? P is proportional to q into h. Now q already I have got. I have got h to the power 3 by 2 by n square into h. Okay, so ultimately p is proportional to what? H to the power 5 by 2 by n square. Can I write this? So if p is the power is proportional to h to the power 5 by 2 by n square, then if I am just changing the proportionality, what I can write? P is equal to k. When you are just removing out this proportionality, you have to take a constant, that is your k, into h to the power 5 by 2 by n square. Now remember, specific basically it is defined that for unit power and unit head, what the efficiency, what the speed you are getting, that is called your specific speed. That is coming from the definition of the specific speed. So if I am putting p is equal to 1, if I am putting h is equal to 1, so what we will get? The n square will be n square is, and that means at that time again we have got P is equal to K into, we have got P is equal to K into h to the power 5 by 2 by n square. Now, what is the definition of specific speed? When unit power for unit power and unit height, whatever the speed we are getting, that ns, that is your ns. So what we can write, if you are writing p is equal to 1, so 1 is equal to k into 1 to the power 5 by 2 by ns square. Because at that time when this unit height and unit power is taken, then at that time the whatever the speed we are getting, that is called your specific speed. So from this equation, k can be written as ns square. So put the value in the equation, put the value in this equation. You know, this is your k is equal to ns square. I think it is clear. Now put the value of ns square, k in the equation. So p is equal to ns square into root over h to the power into h to the power 5 by 2 by ns square. So ns square is this, and ultimately if I am calculating, then ns can be written as n root p by h to the power 5 by 4. Okay, when root over the sign is coming out, okay, neglected, then you will be getting this. That means remove, when root over is removed, then n root p by h to the power 5 by 4. So this is your ultimately equation. Specific speed of a turbine is equal to n root p by h to the power 5 by 4. Now remember, if the specific speed is from 8.5 to 30, then it is called Pelton. Then it will be, you can say it is your Pelton wheel with single jet. If it is your 30 to 50, okay, then it is called your 2 or more jet for Pelton wheel with 2 or more jet. If it is your 51 to 225, then it is called Francis turbine. If it is your 255 to 860, then it will be called Kaplan turbine or propeller turbine. So remember, in this table you can see, based on this you can assume, that means you can see say which type of turbine is it is. Okay, Pelton wheel with single jet 8.5 to 30, 30 to 35, 51 Pelton wheel with 2 or more jet, 51 to 225 Francis turbine, 255 to 860 Kaplan or propeller turbine. That means this numerical, if you see this numerical, a develop power is given, the head is given, okay, h is given, rpm speed is given. Calculate the specific speed of the turbine and state the type of the turbine. So specific speed formula, we know that specific speed what is equal to n root over p by h to the power 5 by 4. So put the value, n is equal to 135, p is equal to 7225. So remember, this power is in kilowatt. Okay, don't write it in watt. So 7225 kilowatt by h is equal to 25 meter. So if you are getting the value, let us consider if you are getting the value 125. So if this ns is equal to, let us consider 125, then it will be coming under this part. So it is your Francis turbine. Okay, so this is your homework assignment, the specific speed derivation and this numerical. Solve it in your home. Then we will be meeting in the next lecture, next class. Thank you for listening. Jai Hind. Hi students, I welcome to all of you to this session of fluid machinery. Dear students, this is your lecture number 28, numerical analysis on draft tube. You know, last 27 lecture I have discussed impact of jet as well as hydraulic machine part, hydraulic turbine part. Okay, so we are just we are going to complete this hydraulic turbine part. So I am very happy to see that you are just completing my lecture and comment. You are just writing some comments on the lecture. Some question is arised, so that question basically it is discussed and through a doubt clearing class. So I think it is a great initiative by JS College of Engineering, as in this COVID-19, in this pandemic situation. So let us discuss today numerical which is given to you last class. So first numerical, water turbine has a velocity of 6 meter per second at the entrance to the draft tube and a velocity of 1.2 meter per second at the exit. Now V1 and V2 given. For the frictional loss 0.1 meter and a tail water 5 meter below the entrance to the draft tube. That means this is your HS. HS is given 5 meter. Find the pressure head at the entrance. So you have to find out the pressure head at the entrance. Clear? Now how we can calculate this one? You know that if we are applying Bernoulli's equation, so P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2 plus HF, modified Bernoulli's equation. So Z1 is equal to what? Total 5 plus Y. So total this one is your Z1 and V1 is equal to 6 meter per second. V2 is equal to 1.2 meter per second and HF is given. And P2 by rho g is what? Atmospheric pressure head plus Y. So PA by rho g plus Y. That is your P2 pressure head at the outlet of the draft tube. And the Z is 0 because this is your draft datum line I have taken. So put the value, all the value P1 by rho g, you know, that means and the velocity at the inlet is given, H is given. Okay, so put all the given data, you will be getting P1 by rho g because atmospheric pressure head here basically you can see only one data which is which is not here, that means not available, that is your P1 by rho g. Clear? So you have to calculate P1 by rho g and this PA by rho g is what? You can take, it is your 0, that is your atmospheric pressure. Either you can take 0 or you can take 10.3 meter of water. Okay, so when you are taking 10.3 meter of water, then you will get P1 by rho g, you will get as absolute pressure. Clear? So what is the relation absolute pressure, gas pressure, vacuum pressure? Okay, so that I think it is clear. Again I am discussing, this is your pressure relation. Okay, here basically this is your atmospheric pressure, and let us consider this point, the pressure A, and point B you have to calculate. So this is your atmospheric pressure. So absolute pressure P absolute, okay, in point A, P absolute means your, this is your up to this much, this is your gas pressure. So it is equal to P atmospheric pressure plus gas pressure, P gas pressure. So or if it is your vacuum pressure PV, then we can write P absolute is equal to P atmospheric minus P vacuum pressure. Clear? So that is the relation between the absolute pressure, vacuum pressure and atmospheric pressure. So if you are taking 10.3, then you will be getting absolute pressure head. Okay, pressure head, absolute pressure head. But if you are getting this, that means 0, if you are taking 0, then you will get the whatever the gas pressure it is. Okay, now put the value, you will be getting the answer. Clear? Now if you want to find out the your efficiency, then you know this is your efficiency formula, and change of kinetic head minus HF by V1 initial kinetic head. So I hope it is clear. So basically the what I here basically what you know that PA by rho g is 10.3, either you can consider, or PA by rho g you can consider 0. So put the value, you will be getting P1 by rho g is equal to minus 6.66. So minus 6.66, why we have got this one? Because it is vacuum pressure. So here basically it is your, at the inlet is vacuum pressure, there should be vacuum pressure, and that vacuum pressure will be converted into atmospheric pressure or more than atmospheric pressure. Okay, so this is your for as it is you have got. So Why you have got? Because this you have taken 0 and this is your absolute. Clear? Now 10 point, if you are deducting from 10.3, then we will be getting the whatever the positive value. So you can write it that negative sign means vacuum pressure head we are getting. Next point number, question number next here, this question you can see 18.34. So here basically diameter d1 given, pressure p1 by rho g, pressure head given 7 meter in vacuum. Okay, so if it is 7 meter vacuum, then 10.3, so this is your absolute pressure. So remember, if the vacuum pressure is given, then it is your atmospheric pressure. Deducting by 10.3, 10.3 you will be getting the absolute pressure. Okay, so based on the given data, whatever what is given, so that you need to know that what is the relation. If it is vacuum pressure is given, then to overcome the negative sign, you have to put it in terms of absolute pressure. So 3.3 is absolute, V2 is 1.2, discharge is given 25 meter cube per second, HF negligible, already in the problem it is given, and this y, this distance also given. It is not given, you have to calculate it. What should be this y? Okay, and hs, is it given? I think it is not given. Okay, so let us see the total length of the tube, 5 meter, it is given. So total length of the length is your 5 meter. So this one is given and this y is not given. So let us discuss first of all how we can find out v1. You know that discharge by area, and discharge is equal to q, that is given 25 meter cube per second. Area is your pi by 4 d1 square. So you will be getting v1. Now you know that Bernoulli's equation, you can put the Bernoulli's equation in section 1 and section 2, or either you know the basic formula P1 by rho g is equal to PA by rho g minus Hs minus V1 square by 2g minus V2 square by 2g minus Hf. So that formula already I have discussed last class, theory of draft tube. So you can put or either you can put in the Bernoulli's equation also. Okay, so if you don't remember this formula, you can put in the Bernoulli's equation, so that will be also acceptable. So P1 by rho g is what already I have calculated. This is your 3.3 absolute pressure. 10.3 is the atmospheric pressure here. H is 5. So what you need to find out here, basically HF is equal to 0 and PA by rho g is equal to 10.3. So from this equation, only Hs is unknown here. Only Hs is unknown. Total length of the tube 5 meter. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, this total length is your 5 meter. Here basically total length given 5 meter, you have to calculate this y. So Hs you can find out from this equation, that is your 3.84 meter, and y is equal to what? Total length minus Hs. So put the value, you will be getting 1.15 meter. So I hope it is clear. So this is your answer. Now 18.35, next problem. So problem number 18.35, this will be your last problem for this lecture. Conical draft tube having inlet and outlet diameter 1 meter per second and 1.5 diameter 1 meter and 1.5 meter, discharges water at the outlet with a velocity 2.5 meter per second. Total length of the tube is given Hs plus y. So Hs plus y is given 6 meter. Y is also given 1.2 meter. So Hs you can find out 4.8. So absolute atmospheric pressure head given 10. You know it is your 10.3. If it is not given, you can assume HF. HF frictional head loss, it is given 0.2 into velocity head at the outlet of the draft tube. So 0.2 into velocity head at the outlet, that means 0.2 into V2 square by 2g. Clear? Now you have to calculate the P1 by rho g, that means pressure head at the inlet. Clear? Now you know that discharge is equal to A2 V2, so pi by 4 d2 square into V is given 2.5, V2 is given, so ultimately 4.4 is a meter cube per second is the discharge. As I have got discharge, I can find out V1. V1 is equal to Q by A1, because continuity equation is equal to, you know, A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. So from this equation you can write Q1 Q by A1. So put the value, you will be getting V1 is equal to 5.6 meter per second. Clear? Now pressure head at the inlet. You know, this is your equation theory. From the theory of draft tube I have got P1 by rho g is equal to PA by rho g minus HS minus V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g minus HF. Now, is there any value which is not given? All the value it is given. So put the value, you will be getting the answer. Because 10.3 it is, HS is equal to 4.8, V1 is equal to given, V2 is equal to given, HF is equal to 0.2 into velocity head at the outlet V2 square by 2g. Put the value, you will be getting the answer 4.27 meter absolute. So remember, this is your absolute. If you want to get the vacuum pressure, then 4.27 minus 10.3, that is the answer. So in the inlet of the draft tube always you will be getting vacuum pressure. Okay, so I think it is clear. This today up to this three lecture, this three question, it will be your homework. So solve this problem in your home, submit to my official mail, and don't forget to write done once you have completed this lecture. In the comment section write down done, that will be considered as your attendance. And to get notification, subscribe and press the bell icon of DMS Study Center. Okay, thank you. And you just suggest me if you are that means if there is any kind of modification you need, then I will modify that part. Any question you arise, you just ask me in the comment section, I will be answering you. Okay, thank you for listening.